There is a man in the Bible named Jonah. God spoke to Jonah and gave him an instruction. He should go to Nineveh, a great city, and preach to the people there because their wickedness had come up before him. But Jonah refused. He did not want to go, not because he couldn't, but because he didn't want those people to be forgiven. He knew that if they repented, God would show them mercy. And in his heart, he felt they deserved punishment, not mercy. So instead of going to Nineveh, Jonah took the opposite direction. He went down to a place called Tarshish and entered a ship, trying to run away from what God had told him to do. While he was on the ship, a great storm arose on the sea. The wind was strong, and the waves were violent. The sailors were afraid, and each of them cried out to their own gods, trying to survive. Jonah, meanwhile, had gone down into the ship and was asleep. The sailors woke him up and questioned him. When they realized that the storm was because he was running away from God, Jonah told them to throw him into the sea so that the storm would stop. At first, they hesitated, but eventually they threw him into the sea. Immediately, the storm became calm. Then God prepared a great fish, and it swallowed Jonah. Jonah stayed inside the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Inside the fish, Jonah prayed to God. He cried out, and he acknowledged God. After that, God commanded the fish, and it vomited Jonah out onto dry land. God spoke to Jonah again and told him to go to Nineveh. This time, Jonah obeyed. He went into the city and began to preach, saying that in 40 days Nineveh would be overthrown. When the people of Nineveh heard this, they believed God. They fasted, wore sackcloth, and turned away from their evil ways. Even the king humbled himself and commanded everyone to repent. When God saw that they had turned from their wickedness, he had mercy on them and did not bring the destruction he had planned. But Jonah became angry. He was displeased because God forgave them. He complained, saying that this was why he ran away in the first place, because he knew God is merciful, slow to anger, and full of compassion. Jonah went outside the city and sat there, still upset. God caused a plant to grow and give Jonah shade, and Jonah was happy because of the plant. But the next day, God caused the plant to wither, and Jonah became angry again. Then God spoke to him, showing him that if he could care about a plant, how much more should God care about the people in Nineveh? Now listen, this is how many of us are. We hold on to grudges. We don't want to forgive. When someone does us wrong, we want them to be punished. And if nothing bad happens to them, we are not happy. Deep down, we feel they don't deserve mercy. But that is not the mind of Christ. God is merciful. He gives people a chance to change, and sometimes the same mercy we received is the mercy we struggle to give to others. So the question is, are you holding on like Jonah, or are you willing to let go?